Ooh, boy, do we have so much content to cover for you all. Um, we're talking about games and
Wow.
cars
Holy shit,
and
dude.
a movie about blocks, possibly.
What kind of
That's gonna be
blocks?
fun. Different types of blocks. Stone
Okay.
and dirt and
Okay.
sand and glass and wood planks and trees and leaves and bushes.
Are the
Even
wood
the
planks somehow the exact same size as the blocks of wood? Even though the
yes,
block of wood turns into four of them?
yes, and dirt and dirt's like all the same. All the blocks are the same size. Even animals are blocks, but they're not. They're normal proportions, but blocks.
That was my
And
nickname in high school.
normal proportion, but blocks. Uh, yeah, I always remember hearing around the hallways that you were being called that.
Yeah, I definitely like knew anything about you in high school.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. So, but I always knew when like the kids around me, like when I was at my locker, were like, man, that normal proportions, but blocks over there, man. He's just stomping around the school grounds, always.
Everybody knew who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
of
was a pretty
course.
widespread nickname.
Yeah,
I really leaned into it. I started like wearing clothes that were only like block shaped. So they like
Jin.
didn't have any like it wasn't like fabric, it was like hard cardboard and stuff.
Oh, so it was like, yeah, your arms were like
Yeah, and like my friends
walking
would sort of
weird
just call me blocks, but everybody
blocks.
else called me normal proportions but blocks.
Oh man,
Shout out blocks for
dude,
real.
blocks was going crazy in the high school.
Yeah, that's my
That
dog.
does
That's my
bring
dog
it
blocks
back.
right there.
That's what that does bring us back.
What does it bring us back to?
Yeah, what does it bring us back to?
Our good old boy shapes.
Fuck, dude.
That I think is like one of the most insulting, disrespectful nicknames I've like ever heard of. But it sounds so like it sounds so normal.
Dude, but the thing, yeah, because everybody called him that.
Everybody.
Every single person called him that. You'd be standing in the service bay, and one of the service advisors would literally look out the window and be like, "There's blocks or there's shapes," and it's just like,
There's blocks.
sorry, I
That's what
got.
they would say when I was walking by, man.
Yeah,
Come
I was
on.
with Jonathan was
Normal
walking by,
proportions.
dude. Or he's got normal proportions, but they're still just all blocks. Oh my god, do you remember the guy who like stuck his head in the service bay and he was just like, it's blue?
It's blue. That was before I started there, but
He knows,
I've
yeah.
carried that on for so long.
It's so good, dude. What? Like what? What's blue?
Have you never
Oh,
talked to a person in your life?
it's a Maserati Levante.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
It's almost funnier not to explain context for anybody who could possibly be listening to this.
oh like the shapes thing.
We're not gonna
It's
explain
blue.
context.
Oh, yeah.
It's blue.
Well, the shapes thing doesn't have really any context either.
Oh no, it has absolute context because it looks like he was just a bunch of shapes put
Well,
together.
now it has context because you just
Of course, I have to say it because that's the funniest part about the name. And I had to ask somebody that. I was like, so why? And they said it, and I was like, oh, yeah, totally.
I remember fucking loved that shit. He loved shapes, dude.
I mean, he was nice. Like, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was fine. I have no problem. I had no problem with him.
But it was
It's just like utterly disrespectful.
horrible, dude.
It's terrible. God.
Somebody was
Awful.
telling me one time, I don't remember who, but they like were talking to him, and he had asked them to do something, and they were like, "Yeah, all right, shit," or
Oh fuck, dude.
And
That
surely
would
he wouldn't. He surely would have known about
there's
that
no
name.
there's no way he knew about that. That was just one thing that everybody else knew that he did not, unfortunately.
which is anybody's worst nightmare.
Yeah. Which is yeah, exactly. And again, like he wasn't like a bad person or a bad like work ethic or anything like that. He was just like another employee there. And
Yeah, he just
everybody
was a
liked
guy
him.
that was
Like
around.
everybody liked him, but you know, sometimes you're not normal proportions and not just blocks.
Sometimes you're exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
I just went to read the description, and I'm like, where do I even start with this one?
Hello, guys. Would be a good one to start with.
Hello, guys would be a good one to start with.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome to the 5th episode. Today we have been oohing this for 1 month now, so that's pretty cool and chill. What's to
Both.
talk about? You don't say. I really don't know this time, but as they say, gotta drink them all. And that was Elon Musk talking about the beers. So welcome to our 5th episode.
Dude,
1 month later.
Woo!
Oh my god, that's a month for her. That's how many beers is that? 30 million beers.
Yeah, I mean, we've just been pounding. I mean, it's 30 million for each of us, of course.
Right, so 90
it's
million
90
beers.
million beers. We're always super hammered while we have these, and just like last week and the week before, and the week before, and the week before, we're really hammered. Because we've been, as Jonathan told the timetable, it's from midnight to midnight.
Yes, I did, yeah.
We're
I did.
a million beers a day.
Surely you would think a million beers a day, you'd just have a hard tolerance at that point.
You know, maybe in a couple years we'll launch a shirt that says no sleep, only beers.
1 million of them.
Yeah, it says in tiny font right below that.
I want a shirt that's just a calendar that has 1 million written in it each day. And like the first like week and a half crossed off.
It's like a fold down with a beer's picture on the top.
It's like a generic beer bottle.
A crunched up Bud Light can, but like the picture's really blurry. And it's like nighttime under a street light.
And there's like 30 cans.
Yeah, it's just all fucked up.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a light week this week.
We were perfectly prepared for this. And we're going to start with a video that Chris sent us today.
Oh, we are starting with the Minecraft movie, huh?
Yeah. Because we talked about it.
I was hoping we would start with the latest Grant Cardone vlog, but maybe next week.
No, yeah, that's next week.
Yeah.
Grant Cardone's for next week. It's
Gonna have to put that one off a bit.
we all have to really marinate on the enthusiasm and willingness to start businesses.
Ever since
gotta,
I
like, calm down.
heard success is my duty, I have been absolutely on my grind.
Rise and grind, as they say.
I've been waking up at 4 a.m. I've been taking up 40 different vitamins. And then,
Washing those vitamins down with beer, of course.
yeah, well, sorry, what I meant to say is I've been waking up at midnight after going to bed at midnight, drinking about 200,000 beers by 4 a.m. And then I sort of start my day.
And by day, you mean drinking about 400,000 beers?
By day, I mean drinking about 800,000 more beers. But I have been doing that. I have been doing that even more since I heard success is my duty.
I mean, you just want to get ahead of the beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some days I'll drink like 1.1 million, and then the next day I'll drink 1.1 million again, so that the day after that, if I wanted to, I would only have to have 800,000.
But you
But
would not do
instead, I
that.
just drink another 1.1 million. So I've really
Yeah.
built up a buffer. It's really more like 1.1 million beers a day. But
Outshining us. Of
I mean,
course.
I don't like to brag about it. So
Yeah, I want to stay very humble about your beer drinking.
Humble.
But I said Harry as well before that.
wait, in reference to what?
And I just
Shout
fucked
out
up what
Harry
I
Humble.
said. I just it's the THC, dude. It's my water and marijuana.
You're drinking THC water?
No, I'm drinking regular water. I got my clothes for the Charlie XCX concert, and one of the people I'm going with said I should get like a really lacy bra and spray paint like over it on a white shirt so it looks like I'm wearing a bra.
Dude, that'd be so gas.
I'm actually gonna do that. So I'm gonna do it like
I can't
white
wait to
shirt.
see the fit. When are you going?
It's October like 13th or 14th.
Dude, that's soon. I'm pretty sure she's here in Orlando a couple days before that.
Yeah, she's
I think in like 2 weeks
probably
she's
going
here.
crazy.
CJ, I'll post a slideshow of your fit pics on the TikTok.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So tune into that TikTok, boys and girls, because we're gonna get some fit pic slideshows.
Okay, back to the
Whoa, what?
Minecraft movie. We'll go back. We'll get on track now after that one.
Yeah, that steered us right back to the correct direction.
Yeah.
So we talked about, I think it was on the first episode. That was when the like
I think
teaser
it was-
came out for it, or the second one.
That was
Yeah,
I
the
think
one
maybe like a month ago.
One of the three.
It was the third one because it was the Minecraft movie and the Honda CRV.
So, we talked a lot about the scene in that where they make, where Aquaman
buckets.
makes a bucket, makes buckets.
Well, don't worry about the buckets. They're still here.
Well, yeah, they just released a clip, and there was that whole scene basically.
Yeah, so I don't know if this was like a leak or if Minecraft is putting this out directly
I think this was like put out as a clip.
Yeah,
by Minecraft, because it does say Minecraft Live, and I think they were like streaming something.
Yeah.
So I guess they put this out directly to give people a better look because people were clowning on this scene so hard. And I kind of feel like it didn't help and just made it worse.
nothing to say about Minecraft doing a press conference in 2024.
Dude, Minecon is still a thing. You want to go to Minecon?
That's crazy.
What is there left to do?
I mean,
Like-
the mod support's crazy, but even then,
Yeah.
like, it's the same mods. I don't know. The thing is, there's probably so much content that revolves around Minecraft that like it just constantly goes.
I also think the three of us like have probably played enough Minecraft in our lives to not really like need to play it that much more. Unless it's like somebody like an experience that nobody else has played, like they haven't played it. I guess is I don't know.
I mean, I play Roblox instead right now.
You
I'm
play
in-
Roblox?
Yeah, I'm in Roblox. I'm a big Roblox
What do you do?
guy. Well,
What do you usually like? What kind of rooms do
So-
you hang out in?
one of my favorite Roblox servers is just Minecraft. It's just Minecraft, but it's Roblox.
How is it both?
Well, like the premise of the server is like what you do in Minecraft, and it's set up just like that. So it's like blocks, and you mine, and then you kill the Ender Dragon. It's literally Minecraft. I like both games so much that I play Roblox.
That you
but I
need to play
Minecraft.
both.
Yeah,
Does it play any differently than Minecraft? Like I
It's the
assume it.
exact same game except it's Roblox, and like your character's like a your Roblox character. So
It's the exact same game except it's Roblox. Is so funny.
it is the exact same game as you would play on your Xbox or on your computer, except you boot up Roblox and then join the Minecraft server.
What if I wanted to play on my Wii U
You,
gamepad? Can I do
you
that?
cannot. Is Minecraft even on that?
Yeah.
What?
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is
Like,
Minecraft on
surely
the
it runs.
Switch?
No, it couldn't run bad. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Do you think is that just Minecraft mobile though?
Well, it's all the same game now. Like everything is the same.
Oh,
Like they release everything at the same time.
okay, that's sick though.
Yeah, it's like uniform now.
There's probably so much to do in that game. They've probably
Yeah,
added
the
so
other
much.
day I-
There's probably so much to do.
What? No, I mean I'm serious. Like, when was the last time you guys played Minecraft?
I actually played it like a month ago. I was playing with Kotsal and I
Oh.
were playing
Oh, sorry.
because she wanted to.
You
But-
Minecraft,
and it was-
Minecraft
it was-
master over here.
It was fun, you know. We played it probably 2 or 3 times, but we played for like several hours.
But there's like a
It's
ton of new
fun.
biomes and a ton of new like
Yeah.
animals, and like a lot of the stuff that were in mods they put in the game in vanilla. Like, that's cool.
Oh,
You're-
like they added mods into the actual game.
No, like they, not that they stole ideas from mods, but like Minecraft originally never had like different wood colors. I think it was just like birch, and then they like,
Oh,
now
yeah.
all the trees have different wood colors. Like stuff like that. That was like a mod. It
Okay.
was cool.
No, I don't think it's a bad game by any means. I just
No, I'm
think,
not saying
like-
that either. It's just it's been out for literally 14 years.
Half
or
of
some
our
shit like
lives,
that.
yeah.
Now there's a movie about it, starring Jack
Now
Black.
there's a movie.
God, it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be literally insane. It's gonna be so good that at least Jonathan is gonna go to Orlando and watch it with me.
Yeah, CJ might not.
I might not be able to do
CJ
that.
might
but
not. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna walk out of the AMC at Disney Springs after watching the Minecraft movie, and
Yes, sir.
it's gonna be just great.
Then we can really say life is a movie.
Well, right after we deliver some stuff to make it a delivery.
Oh, playing the video.
Yeah, here we are. Here is the new video to give some more context on the Minecraft movie released by Mr. Mojang himself.
Michael Mojang.
This is a crafting table. Here's how it works. You place these elements in different patterns.
None of
and
that sword. That shit looks kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
You got yourself a sweet.
Okay, him making the sword, I don't really have an issue with.
You want to see
No.
a blade? I'll show you a blade. Yeah.
It's just the dialogue.
Hammer.
Also, that hammer like floats into his hand.
Yeah, there's
That's
no
okay,
way
bud.
it took that
Buckets
long
are
to get to
useful
him.
here.
It's okay, bud, too, at the end.
That's okay, bud. Buckets are useful here.
I better after this movie comes out play Minecraft and be able to
Make a double
buckets on the
bucket?
chain. Yep. And if not,
Well, I
I'm gonna
need the
have
Jack
problems.
Black voice over lines in Minecraft, man. You remember when Snoop Dogg did COD announcements a couple years ago?
yeah, that's
Let's
sick.
get Jack Black in Minecraft.
Dude. Jack Black can
Minecraft
actually
has,
be the
that has
hero prime.
famously no like nobody talks in Minecraft.
It's time to get it in.
It's time for you to have dialogue options with NPCs, but they're only
Yeah.
Jack Black quotes.
I just don't understand why he's talking like that, like just being normal. I,
Because most movies, that's all you do is like you're hiring an actor because of like how they act, like they are. Like he's basically just. What was that?
muted my mic because it was so absurdly loud.
What
The
was that
loudest
shit?
vehicle I've ever heard just went by.
Um,
I think it was a motorcycle.
it's literally just fucking like they just want Jack Black from Tenacious D and as Steve in their
Yeah.
movie.
That's like how he's talking, but then he goes back to normal and being like,
That's
well, like
okay,
the way
bud.
that he says, "This is a crafting table." Like, what the fuck is that?
Like it's
Yeah,
it's like him just transplanted out of a Tenacious D movie. I'm sure.
Yeah, but then he's like, you put the materials down. Like he just switches so fast. But also, it's just weird, man, because like Steve talks so much in the game.
Yeah, it's
To
like
hear
we
the
have
sw-
so
to hear
much
the
to go
switch
off
up.
of. You know, we have so many lines from Steve. It's like, why doesn't Jack Black say the lines, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They should have just made Steve a voiceless character and just shaped like Steve in Minecraft. And
Like he just walks around like with Minecraft animations.
yeah,
Do you think that the kid in that like group that like goes transports into the world is like a kid that's obsessed with Minecraft in real life? So like he knows
Do you
everything
think they-
about it.
No, because I think that Minecraft doesn't even exist in this world because they all seem so shocked when they first enter.
yeah, because everybody knows what Minecraft is.
They're
Well,
depraved of the best game of all
And
time.
you know, like what they did with the Mattel game, like the Mattel movies, where they painted Mattel like bad. It's probably something like that, like something.
Wait,
like,
what do you mean? Like how it was like
something
an
like-
evil corporation?
Yeah, it's probably like something bad happens, and not like bad because it's like it's not a movie like that, but like I don't know, you know, the kid like falls through a sewer and ends up in like the Minecraft world, like something like that, and they all have some like, you know, Aquaman gets sucked into a whirlpool and ends up there. What's his name? Jason Momoa or some shit like that.
He's playing Aquaman in the Minecraft movie.
I don't know his name. But yeah, he's
It's
like,
not Jason Momoa though, it is Aquaman.
It's
it,
just
I mean, it
Aquaman.
is Aquaman. I don't. They could do a computer sucked you in type of thing.
Nah, man.
That's just
Well,
Jumanji, man.
But
Yeah.
it's not because it's Minecraft blocks, and you know there's a crafting table there, and you put them on there.
Yeah, I forgot blocks and
You hit
you
him
know.
with the hammer, and then makes the sword.
Oh,
and-
that's the weird thing is like him making the sword. I don't have any issue with. Like, how else would you portray that? I think that's fine.
Yeah, it looked honestly pretty decent.
Yeah, and the sword looked cool. But like to then cut to him just like dumping out a bag with zero like indication of what he's doing. And it's also not funny.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be a joke and it's not funny.
It's fine. Like they could have done something way better than that and like portrayed it and like done the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like he could have like, I don't know, it could have turned into like an iron block and it probably would have been funnier.
I feel like there's a million things they could have done to make it way funnier than just buckets.
But
Like,
also making an item that like is
Doesn't
quite
exist.
literally not in the game.
yeah, yeah. I don't.
I mean,
why.
is it
Who
like
clears
is
that?
it in the game?
No, that is not. No, there's the regular bucket,
Bucket
but absolutely
chain,
not bucket chains.
Turns out this is
Minecraft.
how they're announcing the fact that they're adding a double bucket.
I mean, they have to now, and it's not like it would be not usable.
No, it would
Honestly-
actually be good to have that.
Well, what? Yeah, I would. What's terrible about that though is they're probably gonna do other random things in that movie that aren't in the game, like as crafting items, because of that.
Well, there's going to be one of those scenes that's like 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the movie where like everything's falling apart and the kid's got to like, the only way I can get out of this situation is by crafting something. And it's like a fishing rod.
Aquaman is dying of starvation and he
Yeah.
needs to catch a fish.
Aquaman's at the bottom of the river.
He couldn't grab one. The
He's-
fish were too quick. He couldn't get it.
Yeah.
So now the
It's-
kid has
he has to like do a fishing pole, iron ignet, and um uh a golden apple. And the way he got the golden apple was Steve going, "You don't know when you're gonna need to use it, but it'll come to you when it's time." And it's gonna be like that, like
Like the
ding
snitch
moment.
in Harry Potter 7.
Yeah, exactly. Just like ding. Oh, this is when I use the golden apple, and he pulls it out of nowhere and
Right.
like puts it underneath the iron ignet and hits it, and it's like a golden rod with like a crazy looking like lure on it, and like a slice of the golden apple. And it's like,
Oh.
not in the game. What's it gonna do? What do you
And
do? You reel it down there and catch Iron Man and bring him back up to the surface.
Iron Man.
Oh fuck, Aquaman. Sorry, he's down there too, but that's for Minecraft movie too.
Oh shit.
You get a teaser.
Yeah.
He throws Iron Man back in. He's like,
I
no,
leaked
that's
it.
all
I
right.
leaked it.
That's for the
Sorry.
next movie.
Sorry. I didn't want to tell everybody that I have a Minecraft movie insider.
It's crazy that you just know the whole plot of the movie already.
What's funny is like if 50% of that was accurate, I wouldn't even be surprised.
No,
Like-
absolutely, because it's like, I don't know, it's there. You can't make a movie out of that. It's not like a
Yeah.
linear game at all. Like, you know, you could make, not that we're talking about the Halo show, but you could have like scene for scene made Halo 1 into a TV show, and it would have been absolutely nuts to watch.
Yeah, that would have
as,
been
like, a show.
awesome.
But it's linear. Like the
Instead-
story's just written out there, you know? Like another character that you never saw the face to, that they added a whole person to, and they didn't need to do that.
Yeah,
They
well,
need to,
more
like, add
ass
all-
than person in that show.
Yeah, well, there was a scene where he had sex, and
I know.
like,
Halo show, best show.
Yeah, they absolutely botched this one.
fight scenes,
But-
awesome.
Yeah,
I
no,
never
they
even
were
watched the
The
show at
rest of
all.
the show, horrible.
the like battle scenes and stuff did a really good job of portraying like how insane
Like,
the Covenant is.
And how Spartans like actually move, like
Yeah,
by comparison to what's going on.
like whoever did that was an actual fan of Halo. Whoever did the rest of it had never even heard of Halo before
And-
they signed on to the show.
They
Dude.
literally came out and said that too, which
Yeah,
is fucking
that we're
crazy.
not going to reference the games.
Well, and like they could have easily done like a silver timeline and like changed it, but they like botched the whole way. Like you didn't find out that he was like actually a reclaimer until like Halo 4. You actually saw
Mhm.
like how he was chosen by Forerunners, and then like it's the first episode. You basically are like, oh, this is how he becomes the reclaimer, because he
Yeah,
touches
they,
that
like,
stone.
Smashed everything into one terrible
I
show.
didn't even watch the show because it was so bad. And it sucks because if they had just followed the games and done adaptations, it could have been so
It would have
good
been
with
like
a
my
high
favorite
budget.
show ever,
Yeah,
probably.
100%.
Because
Everybody would have loved that.
the cutscenes in Halo 2, if there was a show that was that, like I would watch it start to finish. Because it looks so good. But
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
could
the-
easily
the
do
redone one.
yeah, Blur.
you could easily do, you know what, 6 seasons and just do a game a season.
Yeah, at least. And then when the next game comes out, they could tie in the finale of the show with the next game. And then there you go. You just have a fucking money printer. But instead
Yeah,
they decided
done.
to make it bad.
And instead they made it bad and then made Halo Infinite.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they already canceled the Halo show after season 2.
They
now,
did,
it's
so
gone.
That's just a
They
money
did.
sink that's gone.
They did.
Even though the first season was Paramount Plus's best performing show ever.
yeah, because
Somehow.
and that's the one that the
Because
like,
it's
the
Halo,
fans
bro.
want.
It brought in the audience for the first episode.
Yeah.
But
And
that
then
wasn't
everybody
even-
realized the show was shit.
It wasn't
and
even
nobody
a
wanted to
good
watch
episode.
it anymore.
like
Yeah,
you
but
had to
it's
wait
just
until
'cause
like
it's a Halo
episode
show,
3
you
to
know?
see the coolest fight scene in the first season.
I
And
didn't
then
even
he,
get that far.
didn't, or it was like the second episode or whatever, and the rest of the season was like a drama.
Which is not at all what Halo is. There's dramatic parts of Halo.
No.
Yeah,
I like how we said we're not going to get into the Halo show, and then here we, are
shouldn't-
just
we shouldn't
rambling
have,
about
because-
the Halo show.
it's like
It makes me too sad and like pissed off,
No,
to
it
be
sucks.
honest.
No, it
it's
sucks.
frustrating, man.
But they have a whole they have all the story right there, and like Minecraft is like what every person has a different experience with Minecraft. So how are you going to curate
Yeah.
like a Minecraft experience in an hour and 30 minutes at least?
Yeah, that
It doesn't
literally
translate.
everybody does play Minecraft differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Is there somebody in the world that just flies around with wool blocks making pixel art of stuff? Because that's how a lot of people play Minecraft, man.
are they going to be walking through the earth and just see like someone fly through the air?
Right,
At, like, light
just placing
speed.
blocks at lightning speed. Yeah.
TNT.
Yeah, like they're going to look over and like a quarter of the map gets blown up by TNT and it lags for like 30 seconds straight.
Okay, I have
Dude,
a funny story about that, but go ahead, Chris.
I actually think it would be hilarious if they like did a really fast camera cut to somebody and it was like them screaming at the top of their lungs about like making the biggest TNT explosion possible, but so hectically.
Oh, fuck.
When I was in like I don't know my sophomore year of high school or something, I was on a Minecraft server with my friend and he had a bunch of mods enabled, but like he didn't tell us what they were, so like we just had to figure it out basically. And I had or my friend spawned in 32,000 blocks of dynamite like all at once, and then he said, "Hey, you should do like slash grenade," and I was like, "All right." And I did, and threw a grenade at the dynamite, and it lagged so bad that it literally killed the server entirely to the point that it was not recoverable. And my friend had to make an entire new thing.
That is absolutely amazing.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, just like it being an absolute nightmare of a person on somebody else's server. And I didn't even realize, like I didn't even know what I was doing. I was like, okay, I'll do that.
That's how the game or the movie ends.
Yeah. Somebody accidentally blows up the server.
Blows up 20,000 blocks of TNT.
When does that movie come out?
April.
April?
Next yeah, CJ, you got plenty of time to get a ticket to Orlando.
Oh.
He's like, fuck off.
It's gonna be busy.
Oh, in April?
Busy then. Yeah.
I will say one redeeming factor about this show, because they shared screenshots too.
Oh, yeah.
At least they did build out some of a practical set.
Yeah, that shot looks pretty cool.
Like, it's not entirely green screened, which is
I didn't even really realize, like,
plus.
at a first glance that it was, like, a set picture rather than, like,
yeah. That looks kind of sick.
Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. But it's just so confusing because in the first trailer, like, all the shots look so heavily
Yeah,
CG.
it looked bad.
It looked awful. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand the discrepancy if they're like purposely doing some editing, because there's no reason like their bodies should look out of place in this if it's not all green screen. But I can't tell if this one's practical or not, but if this is practical and not all CG, that's pretty crazy.
It looks good. I don't know. It looks a little iffy to be practical.
This looks CG to me, but then like this
that's real
CG, but it's a real set.
Yeah, that looks real too. I don't know. I think it looks real.
If this stuff wasn't, if like all the stuff wasn't in here, I think it would look CG.
Yeah,
the painting is cool. That's a cool reference. I like that.
And like all this back here too in the doorway, is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
that also looks cool.
Yeah, and this is a real set. So I mean, they've done a really good job with some of this stuff, honestly, but I just don't understand why it translates so bad in the trailer to like how the people look in the scene.
You know what's so funny though is now I just had a thought of like, we talked about how they wanted to avoid an ugly Sonic thing because of how bad that looks crazy.
Talk about ugly Sonic, man.
Well, we talked about how they said they wanted to avoid that situation, but this would make it like almost a conspiracy, so I doubt it's this, but I wonder if like it doesn't actually look as bad as it did in the trailers, and now they get to have a whole redemption arc in like 3 months, where when they release the next trailer, it looks so much better. And so because of the controversy that it's had over the last few months, more people go to see it.
Well, is this just like a video game thing where like the first trailer that comes out is always like super super early footage? Like this happened with Grand Theft Auto 6. Like the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer looks really good, but ultimately like there's a lot of graphic issues with it, like noticeable, that people who have an eye for it can see, because it's like early game footage.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
it's just like, could they have
I
stuff
think-
that's not polished that they just packed into like a 45-second trailer or whatever that was, minute and 20?
I mean, regardless if it's not polished, though, I think the biggest issue people had was like the designs of like the mobs and the animals.
That was yeah, that
And
looked that shit looked
I mean, that did
regardless
look
of if
bad.
it's polished or not, like they'd have to change all those designs. It's not like the quality of it; it's the design itself.
I don't think that's getting
so.
changed.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
either. I guess like
don't know, we'll
visually
see.
the CG aspect of it could improve.
Yeah, I
Potentially.
don't think it's a bad idea though for them to like do something that looks terrible purposely to like get all that press about it. Because I mean,
Yeah.
the amount of attention that brought to that is insane.
'Cause
That would be a smart marketing move. but
everybody
also
had
I kinda
forgotten
feel like they,
about that movie.
yeah,
And now all of a
I
sudden
almost feel
everybody's
like
talking about it.
they did not do that though. I think that
It's
that's
just gonna
how
be
it
bad.
looks. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be really funny if they announced in like 2 months that it's being delayed, and then like they spend another 6 months making it actually look good, and then it ends up making even more money than it already would. But I guess we'll
I think
never
it's
know.
gonna make $1 billion regardless
Yeah,
of
it's
if they delay
yeah,
it or not.
I agree. Sonic was a little more risky because like it's obviously
Well, that's
less.
like a generation thing. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
plays Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't play Sonic Frontiers?
Is that the
You guys were
3D
ripping
one?
around in Sonic Frontier. Do you even know what that
that's
is?
that open world one.
No.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're playing Sonic Colors Ultimate on your Switch.
Yeah, I am playing Sonic Colors Ultimate on my Switch.
Yeah, me too.
I never understood the Sonic games. It's like I have to run. I run really fast for like 1 second and then run into an enemy, and then I have to like kill the enemy and then get back on track, and then I run really fast for like another second and run into an enemy.
Dude, I can't remember what it's called, but there was a really good game on GameCube for Sonic that was like a 3D game, not a 2D game.
Sonic
I
Adventure.
remember. It might have been that, honestly. I think it was that. But like the 2D games are
The 3D
They're
games
just-
are probably fun.
The two I don't know. I actually played the 2D games on Genesis. Like
Damn.
original Sonic 2. And I have like a lot of memories of it, but I don't have any opinion on the game. Like I don't think it's bad or good.
I mean, it's it's a very good game. Like it's very well renowned.
Yes.
Like people loves the Sonic games.
Mhm.
I never played them,
Yeah.
but also there's a story there, so they can make a movie
To
about
some
it.
extent. Yeah, to some extent there is
Like,
a story.
Yeah.
There's characters, they talk, like there's antagonists and protagonists. Even if it's like not a canon story, like they can make a movie off of it.
Yeah. And I like the Sonic movie. I think it's really fun.
It probably was good.
Yeah, I saw both of them. They're both pretty good.
And now
Wow.
you're gonna see the Minecraft movie, and it's gonna be
I am definitely gonna see it which is so funny because we're talking all this shit about it and then like we're gonna spend money to go see it.
no, sure.
Yeah.
I don't care about them making money or not. Honestly, like, do you know how many bad movies have been released since movies were being made? And
None, probably.
yeah, every movie's good.
A lot of people do think that to some extent.
I mean, they are all like, I don't know. There's genres I wouldn't watch, but I feel like
That's like a Curtis Connor thing, is that every movie is good. Even if it's bad, you still had a good time watching a movie.
was it
I don't know.
your house,
man.
Jonathan, that we would always go? I would go over and we would watch like awful movies.
We would watch scary movies a lot, and some of them were truly so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
I mean, some
Dude, I miss
Dude,
Some
yeah,
of
I
them
I'm just
love.
watching horror movies all the time. That
Yeah,
was so
dude,
fun.
that was a great time. Some of them are actual dog shit, but like some of them are very good. But you still even if it was dog shit, like it's still fun.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
still
still had a
fun to
good time.
watch. Yeah.
It's just funny to like laugh at how bad
Right.
people make horror movies.
But like we still watched it and thought it like had fun watching it, you know. So
Yeah,
in that aspect, it's good. And I do think we'll have fun watching a Minecraft movie, even if it's just cracking up at it. So I don't know, whatever. In that aspect, it is gonna be good, I guess.
It'll be whatever. There will just be so many people that see it that they'll make their money back on the movie, whether it like gets rated poorly or not. And like Jack Black's like a likable person and a good actor, even if he's like not acting well in what we've seen.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's
he's-
a reason to see the movie too.
I think he's a draw for a good amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's definitely good at acting like himself, which he's doing in this
Which
movie,
is like
it seems.
goofy.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Why isn't Jack Black from School of Rock, Steve?
It kind of feels like he is.
Yeah, totally. You're right.
God, I
I
just
mean,
can't
at least
wait for
in that like 1 second before he starts explaining the crafting table. Also, there could be more in between there.
I know they could have just hard cut it.
Yeah.
I already said this, but I just can't wait for that moment in the movie where he jacks all over those guys.
He jacks all over those guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah. The kids are gonna love it.
Oh, dude, come on.
That's gonna be great for the kids movie. Surprise. Why is Minecraft rated R? Shocking development, like every single news source.
Oh God.
You'll never guess why Minecraft is rated R.
Yeah. Dude, I can't
Yeah.
wait to caption a TikTok with that. Oh God.
We already know Opus is pulling this fucking scene out and placing it at number 1.
With a 99 out of 100 virality score.
And that's the title. You don't even need to change the title. It's just right there. It worked perfectly.
Breaking news. Steve jacks all over those guys. God, it's really becoming a movie trope at this point where the
You'll
main
never
character
guess
just
what happens to
X's all over
Aquaman in
those guys.
Minecraft.
He gets jacked all over.
That's what the 2 buckets were for.
Oh my god.
Aquaman goes swimming in something other than water.
Oh fuck.
Dude. I can't wait for the Twitter post in a couple days or a couple weeks. First look at Aquaman getting jacked all over in the Minecraft movie.
Spoiler alert.
I'm like thinking of more stuff that it's not gonna go on air right now. We're just not gonna do that.
Dude. I would say Chris edited all this out, but it needs to stay in.
Yeah, let's stay at it this round. Yeah, we can move into this next thing about well, we've got 2 titles here, Sony Connect or PlayStation Direct. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you it is PlayStation Direct.
Wait, what? What just happened? Did you make up those titles or did you get those from somewhere?
No,
Look
I typed
CJ
them
typed
in.
Sony Connect
Wait.
or PlayStation Direct or what have you.
I don't know what it's
Where-
called. It's called State of Play. I've learned that after I've written
Yeah, it used to be.
but
I think they used to call it PlayStation Direct, but it is State of Play now. Sony Connect. I love watching Sony Connect.
What did I get Connect from? Probably the Ubisoft launcher or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Well, we are going to cover some video game. But I guess
Not the video games.
I tried to sneak it under. Quick disclaimer. As we've sort of talked about, we're not super into PlayStation stuff, so
Yeah, fuck PlayStation.
Trigger warning. Sony users.
yeah, dude, trigger
Dude,
warning.
anybody who buys a PlayStation fucking sucks at games. Get good, you fucking losers.
You probably never even had a controller covered in Dorito dust, dude.
Oh man.
Uh,
My clear Xbox Elite controller.
did you
not
cop?
clear? No, not clear because it's caked in Cheeto dust. Orange now.
Yeah, but just I guess
How
a
much is
disclaimer.
Microsoft paying you?
Huh?
How much is Microsoft paying you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, I could check my account real quick. I haven't looked in a while, but I think last time I looked, it's around 3.8 million. They really like to spend $3.8 million to get like 18 people to hear what they're talking about. So
I hope they paid you in 3.8 million beers.
well, the nice thing is I've got a supplier. I can get beers for $1 each.
So you're good for 3.8 days.
But if Microsoft pays me every 3 days, I still got a surplus.
Yeah, that's true. And you've saved up a couple because you've been drinking 1.1 million beers.
Right. So I end up really earning my keep that way. But I just wanted to say that because we're probably not like the most educated people about PlayStation's state of play, but we can touch on it a bit. You guys probably didn't watch the actual stream, right?
No, and I can tell you what, regardless of that, I'm going to have very strong opinions about it.
Uneducated but strong either way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on, man. That's how in the loop I am about this.
I am in the loop about it. Just, I don't know. I just keep up with what's going on in general, at least to some extent. But like, I think I don't really know how many people cared about this one, even as somebody who doesn't care about PlayStation. I don't really know if anybody really cared about this one. I think the biggest thing that I have seen people talking about is Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, which is a game that came out like pretty late in the PS4. So why do we need a remaster of that game already?
They've remastered Last of Us Part 2 already.
And they remastered Last of Us 1 3 different times. So I guess, I guess I'm not surprised. It just seems unnecessary.
Getting the Skyrim
It's
treatment.
definitely unnecessary.
Yeah, it is, but they're doing that with like every game now. Not every game needs to get the Skyrim treatment.
No, because not every game is Skyrim. I mean, The Last of Us is, especially to like sentimental Sony like game console users.
I thought you were going to say a more mean word than that, but that's fine.
No. Like, I get that because that's like the Sony game.
Yeah.
That's like a totally original story. I mean, God of War is too, but it makes sense that they remaster it that much, but also like just make more games. Like you have you have really good game studios that like Insomniac and Naughty Dog are insane.
And Horizon Zero Dawn is not old. Like
No.
it got a sequel like 3 years ago. We don't need a remaster of the first game already. Just make a new game. And I don't know. I mean, it's an excuse to charge for it on PS5. And it's going to be like $50 for a 7-year-old game, which is fucking...
And people are going to buy it.
I know. And it's a good game. I don't have any problem. I
game.
actually like that game.
Yeah, that game was a lot of fun.
It's like the most fun I've had playing a Sony exclusive game. It's really fun, but I bought it on PC and it looks incredible. It does not need a remaster.
Oh, the original game?
Yeah, I have it on PC.
The remaster's not out yet.
It's like 1440p ultra settings and it's like 160 FPS and it looks amazing. It just doesn't need a remaster right now.
Yeah, that's definitely silly. So they did another Sony Connect. Just like there was one a couple weeks ago, so why are they doing this one again just to announce?
I think
Is
the
that
one a
the only
couple
thing
weeks
they
ago,
talked about?
it was for the PS5 Pro.
Yeah, so but this one
This one was
they
for a
announced-
bunch of games. It was like their
Okay.
upcoming game lineup. But other than Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, the biggest announcement was the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I did hear about that actually.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's-
sure it's going to be really good.
that's going to be a really good game.
That
for sure.
that will be incredible.
I'm sure it just will. I never played the first one, but I can acknowledge that it's a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That's a big announcement, but I don't think there was really anything else. Like
No,
the
it
rest
was,
of their franchises, there wasn't really anything new.
it was a lot of like them showcasing, like they had a lot of new games there, but I think it was them showcasing like games on the Pro as well.
Some of it was, and then there's a ton of remakes of like old games that I don't personally know anything about, but like games from a few generations ago are getting remakes, which I don't know, it's cool to make those more accessible. But like at the same time, I want new stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen like the list of games that's coming out that's being like how'd they do it with the 1X, like enhanced or whatever?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like it's funny because like some of these are new games, some of them are old games. You get like all the sports games with it, Fortnite obviously, Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy on the PlayStation 5 Pro.
It's like not even an old game, man. I don't know why they're
Well,
doing
if
that.
they have to make the games like
It's a great
run
game.
better.
It's a great
No,
game.
and I'm not saying it's a bad game. Like, of course they're gonna
I know.
port a lot of their games over to PlayStation 5, but like,
Well, it launched
there
on
has-
PS5, but like they gotta
or the
upgrade it for
Pro.
PS5
I mean,
Pro.
that's what I meant. And the only thing there's two things I'll say about this. The time and the resources that they took to make the PS5 Pro and the time and resources that they took to make these games like enhanced for the PS5 Pro could have been in turn directed towards
Used to make new games.
like making a new IP from Naughty Dog, because or like Uncharted 5 or like
Yeah, I
a
can't
God of
believe they
War
haven't done
sequel.
anything with Uncharted.
Like they have. I mean, the Marvel, like the Wolverine game
Yeah.
is like the only game I can think of on PlayStation that I'm like, damn. Like I don't have a
Yeah.
PlayStation and I'm not going to be able to play that game because the Spider-Man games look phenomenal and are like noted to be very good.
Yeah.
And the Wolverine game, like there was a leak of the Wolverine game a couple months ago, actually maybe like at the beginning of the year, and it looked crazy.
Yeah, I played Spider-Man 1 on PS4. I had it, and I do this with a lot of games that like people love, so I'm not trying to get slander or anything or whatever, but like I played that game for like an hour and a half and never played it again. It just didn't.
What game
Spider-Man
was it?
1.
Spider-Man 1.
It just didn't grab me. I just like wasn't like, oh, this is so fun. I want to play this more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I played one of those Spider-Man games like at a friend's house back in the day when I was younger, but I remember I used to like have fun just like swinging around the city.
Yeah.
For like and just doing
like the
that
Spider-Man
only.
PS2 games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that was really cool, but I don't see that being something that I'd be interested in nowadays. But I know those games are very beloved and like
which is fine, and people love the new ones too. Like that's great.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you that you love it. I don't know.
The Wolverine game's gonna be good.
I haven't even seen that.
I'm
to be
sure it
honest.
will.
I didn't even know that was coming out.
It looks fucking sick. And like that's probably the only game that's like worth it. I mean, a lot of these other games like Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is like
I actually do want to play that.
landed horribly. I was reading an IGN like review on it,
Yeah, it was just kind of broken, but apparently
Yeah.
underneath that, it's good.
I hope so.
I would like to play it. It looks cool.
No Man's Sky.
Dude, great, man. Let's fucking...
A game
don't
a
know.
game that is like, I'm not like ragging on the art style, but it's so cartoony, like it's so arcade that
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be like PS5 Pro enhanced.
It doesn't need to be
No,
4K
the graphics are
120.
not that special in that
No.
game.
They look
They're
good. The
fine.
planets
Looks-
are pretty, but like,
The art style's really cool for what it is, but I mean, it's like low poly on purpose, it seems like.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know, like Gran Turismo 7 probably should be PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and like I said this, we were talking earlier, but like F124 is getting an 8K 60 mode,
Yeah,
which
like,
is fucking
okay.
insane, and that's actually worth it.
And a lot of these games that like are probably getting something similar to that, but it's just like,
Well, it's crazy because you have that, and then you have like fucking games on the PS5 Pro running at under 1080p, like using upscaling.
yeah.
So how is it that different of extremes? I know engines and like visual load and everything is going to be different, but that's such a huge extreme. I don't know.
Okay, so I scroll down to the comments on this. I was like reading the IGN article like that had the list of all the games, and this person posted premium consoles like the PS5 Pro are a better option than a gaming PC. They need to become the norm. Consoles are simpler and more efficient. A premium console addresses the main disadvantage of consoles, which is lower frame rates.
And yet they're still having trouble getting games to run at 60 FPS on the PS5 Pro.
Yes. And also, like, it's you would much rather have $1,000 PC than a $700 PS5 Pro.
$1,000 PC, I don't know. $1,000 gets you like an RTX 4060, which is that's lower end than a PS5 Pro is.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Would you rather have something that you can upgrade that like runs games like that, or would you rather have a PlayStation
Yeah.
5 Pro where you're hardware locked until like
really
they
good
move
point.
up?
That's a good
know?
point. Yeah, and then you have to buy another $800 console next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good point.
Plus,
and you know,
I mean,
come next year, I bet you the games that like Sony is like flagshipping, once like the honeymoon phase is over with the PlayStation 5, the games that they are like flagshipping on that console are probably going to look even crazier than this whole list of games is right now.
Yeah.
But
I
still,
mean, I
like,
hope so.
and those are going to
I mean, I
release on
hope so.
PC.
But well, I don't think they won't release on PC right away.
Yeah,
But-
Sony still takes like a year or two sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
But
I don't know. I mean, sorry, CJ, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I kind of lost my train of thought. So go ahead.
Same.
Look.
Yeah, dude, really cool. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's a beautiful experience for the listeners.
I actually had something I was gonna say, but it's entirely gone now. Yeah, I know. I mean, I can to close off the Sony stuff. The like 30th anniversary stuff. Did you guys see those designs?
I just saw that
No.
the PlayStation 5 was gray.
It's like all themed around the PS1, so like even down to the colors of the buttons
Oh, I
and all
remember.
of that
Yeah,
stuff.
you were
Yeah.
talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks cool. It's nostalgic, it's whatever. There's like a bundle for a 30th anniversary bundle where you get the console, the stand, which is so funny, the disc drive, which is also very funny. And
Still
it's so funny to
sold
be like, oh
separately,
my god,
huh?
you get this console, the disc drive,
They
and the
don't
stand
even
in a
give you
bundle.
that with the anniversary one. That's crazy.
No,
Not
dude,
even the stand.
Still gotta pay extra. And you can get a bundle with both of those things and the DualSense Edge, which is the like Elite controller equivalent,
Yeah,
for $1,000.
that is gross.
And the bundle sold out immediately, and there
Of
are
course it did.
eBay listings between $1,500 and $10,000 for the bundle.
$10,000.
Dude.
I wonder how many of those did they make? Did they say? I
They're
thought it was,
making
like, a limited
10,000
run.
is the rumor,
10,000.
but of
I
that,
mean-
how many of them are going to be the bundle? Sorry for the
What are
fucking
the
lens
odds
flare.
that-
1 second.
What are the odds that 80% of those were scalpers that bought them and are selling them for those prices.
All right, you know what? Here, let's take a look. I'll show you guys some of these listings.
Dude,
It's so crazy. It's so crazy to
50,000.
list.
Nice joke.
It's so crazy to list it before you have it.
Dude, that's what they do now.
I know, but it's still so crazy.
So these guys listed it before they had it and sold it before they had it for over $3,000. It's like not even that cool though. Like,
It's not.
I guess they're just going for the nostalgia. Like, it looks fine.
I mean, it looks cooler than the white. And like
Yeah.
probably the coolest thing out of that is the controller.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
controller's probably the
The
coolest
controller's
thing.
sick.
Yeah.
Controller's sick.
It's just like, dude, you're gonna pay 5,000. That's RTX 4090 and like 128 gigs of RAM and 3 SSDs on a PC
That's ridiculous, bro.
for dude. I can't fathom paying that much for that. But
And
would not.
just to clarify, if Xbox did some shit like this, we would be complaining about it too, because like it's
Yeah,
it's
of
not
course.
simply like the PlayStation 5 Pro is inherently bad because it's PlayStation. Like this, they don't need to make a Series X Pro. It's not necessary. I would much rather
No.
Yeah.
I would much rather have a next gen console, like what the next
Same.
gen console is already at that point.
There's no point in doing a console refresh right now.
Because I don't
No,
They
it's-
just need to do the next
we
step.
don't need to be like remastering games a third time and enhancing them for like marginal like
Yeah.
hardware upgrades. Like
Yeah.
just, I want all of that money and resources to be put into making like, you know, the Elder Scrolls 7 or 6 or whatever the fuck it's on, and like,
Yeah.
making an
You know,
Xbox
like,
handheld with it is really
making
good.
it, yeah, exactly, making Xbox handheld, making Call of Duty actually good.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's a waste of money to work on developing that product right now. I fully
Yeah.
agree. And I think it's also a waste of money to buy one. And like I get that like for some people it's $700, it doesn't matter. They want the console, they're going to buy the console. But I'm like,
Mhm.
but if I think if Series X Pro came out and it, from what I had seen so far, things only looked a little bit like as different as they do for the PS5 versus PS5 Pro. You get what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I would buy a Series X Pro.
I couldn't
no,
justify.
I
It
couldn't
just
justify that.
yeah, I definitely couldn't. It's not worth it.
No.
So even if I could do it, it doesn't matter.
Even selling your current console for 400 or whatever, only spending 300 to upgrade at that point, it's just not worth the hassle, and it's not worth the $300. Like, why would you do that when they're going to do a new gen console in 2 years anyway?
Yeah, that's the rumor right now is the next Xbox will be out in 2026.
Yeah, and if that's true, PlayStation is going to have to release something, or else they're going to fall behind.
You know what's funny is like if that does happen, if Microsoft does release it in 2026, we are literally going to repeat the Xbox 360 thing again.
Well,
Where
yeah,
like they
because
released it a year early and smoked Sony out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
It's just gonna happen again because Sony got too like I said this already, but they're doing it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think people are too vested into PlayStation as a brand over Xbox now, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much bigger that even if a new gen Xbox comes out a year before PlayStation does, I almost feel like people won't really care.
Well, Sony.
And
Well,
it's still
there's
there's
Xbox,
some people
there's Xbox players that think of their consoles like people think of Sony consoles. Like they're guaranteed.
There
gonna
are,
upgrade.
yeah.
They're guaranteed gonna upgrade. But like this,
But I
Xbox,
also think there's some people that just want the newest thing.
there is,
always.
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Jonathan, what do you and I do with phones?
I have never bought a new phone ever.
Ever? So you're using a
No, I use an LG
G6?
Chocolate One.
Oh, even further back.
Yeah, we're going
That's-
way back.
That's crazy.
No, I mean, to some
you were-
extent, I am one of those people.
Yeah, but you were talking about like, I didn't say this when you were talking about it, but like, you know what? I would easily spend $1,000 without even thinking about it to get the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Like, it would just
Yeah.
be like instantly gone.
I
And
probably will.
if I had the choice between spending $1,000 for like a Series X Pro and $1,000 for the Galaxy S25 Ultra, I would be buying the phone. Like I wouldn't even
Yeah,
think
because
twice about that.
phones being that expensive is just like how it is.
Makes sense that that's
Yeah.
that's that expensive. But like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think even if like Chris said, like even if you sell your console and buy the new one for 300 or whatever, I think I'd rather just sell my GPU for 300 and buy a new GPU.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like
I mean, the game variety you get on PC obviously is always going to be greater than
Yeah.
whatever is on one individual console, so it just makes more sense. And I know, like, you've kept saying, like, the last couple episodes, like, having a console and just sitting down on the couch and playing on console is really nice,
Yeah.
and I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I don't think that'll go away, but it just doesn't make sense to buy something that's more expensive that's barely any better
yeah.
when they're just going to release the better thing like that actually makes sense in 2 years.
And will probably not be more expensive than the base one.
No, I'm sure they'll keep it around the same price.
It
Like
might be
the next Xbox will be 500 again, probably.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Dude,
hopefully.
Yeah, God, I hope so.
Also,
I feel like it's gotta go up, but
also this is like a different thing than like the Switch upgrading to the OLED, because the OLED was like a huge quality of life.
That was actually a
Switch.
big difference.
Like,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like actually makes a difference. Like you are not buying the PlayStation 5 Pro to play F124 on your 8K TV, and if you are
No.
doing that, then all right, like
If you
go
if you are
ahead.
doing that, then please buy the PS5 Pro. Like you
Yeah.
deserve it.
like this is like, you know, 8K TVs are how expensive right now?
I mean, you can get them for like $1,500, but that's for like a low end
it would
one.
be so bad though.
Yeah. I mean, you got to spend at least $2,000 to get a decent one, and then from there it goes way higher. So
Can the PS5 Pro even run 8K though?
Yeah.
No shot it does. Right?
F124
Does
is
it
going to
actually?
be 8K. Yeah. There'll be an 8K
Through
mode.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that would run 8K through PC for sure.
Yeah, it can, but like on the PS5 Pro, it's getting an 8K mode.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That a console can support 8K, but I feel like the frames on that are going to be god awful.
Supposedly
It's
it's
gotta
going to
be
be
like-
60.
I don't believe that for a second, bro.
Well, CJ brought up Hogwarts Legacy, which is an interesting case actually, because Chris, did you play that game?
Yeah, I played
Oh, yeah.
like probably a little bit more than half of it.
Okay,
but I never finished it.
Did you play it, CJ?
Hmm.
Okay, it's good, but the performance mode, it runs at like 60 FPS, pretty stable, but it doesn't look great. And then the quality mode is like super choppy, but it looks insane. But then if you have a TV that has variable refresh rate, it has another mode that's like in between. That's like, I think it's 4K, but like 45 FPS with like slightly lower textures. And
Yeah,
it looks really good, and it is plenty smooth enough to play on a TV. So like that's a game where even on PS5 Pro, like I guess they can bump the performance of that mode to 60 FPS, which I guess is better, but it's not worth $700.
No.
It's
No
just
way. No way, dude. And like
15 more FPS for $700. I just don't care.
like even a year later, it's worth spending that money on a computer.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
like
waiting
upgrade it?
for Sony games.
oh
Like
yeah.
it's still worth getting a computer to play Sony games, even if you have to wait a year to get them.
Yeah, because there's plenty of other stuff to play in the meantime.
Yeah. Plus, like, all the Sony games are single player, anyways.
Yeah.
For the most part. So
Except
it's
for
like,
Concord.
Don't forget, Chris, Concord's the future of PlayStation.
the future, baby. That's their Star Wars, man. Don't you forget it.
Yeah. They had
Concord's gonna be a household name.
they had 4 decades of universe and like lore to build off of when they made Concord.
Or
Or
as
I'm
much
sorry,
as people
they created 4 decades of lore to make Concord.
For as much as people shit on Xbox for being Halo, Gears, Forza, they sure did absolutely botch the only multiplayer game they tried to release.
Yeah, 100%. And you're stuck with Spider-Man, Uncharted, God of War, and
Horizon and
know.
Last of Us.
Which
Yeah.
again, there's nothing inherently wrong with those. I mean, I
No.
guess the main selling point for playing it on PlayStation instead of waiting is just if you don't want spoilers, but also you can just not
Look at
that stuff.
spoilers. How hard? It's so easy to avoid gaming spoilers.
Also, I don't
Yeah.
understand it because like watching a spoiler on YouTube is not the same experience as playing the game. Like even if you
Yeah.
know what's going to happen, like it's such a different experience when you're playing the game.
That's
not
why
like that
I
with movies as
still
much,
feel, yeah,
Yeah, true.
but like that's why I still feel impacted every time I play Halo Reach, because like it's just different when you're playing the game.
Yeah. When you're watching every single one of Noble Team die an insane death, except for
It still sucks the 12th time you see it.
Yeah, every single time, and I know exactly how all the deaths happen.
You know exactly what happens when everybody's celebrating about taking down that spire, and then the other ship comes in and absolutely destroys it.
That's such a crazy game.
Yeah, it still hits though.
It still hits big time. I mean, dude, I think I know the intro scene to ODST like the back of my hand, but it's still crazy to watch the slip space rupture happen from the view of a ODST pod.
Yeah.
And then
That
getting
game is
hit
also
by
so
another
good.
pod.
There's been like, not to tangent or anything, but there's been like a weird amount of people talking about ODST lately.
Anniversary.
Well, it just had its anniversary was like last week.
Oh, okay, that's why.
What was it? How many years?
60?
15. 60 years? Yeah, it came out
No,
60 years ago.
I
It
said
came out in
16.
1960.
I said 16. Shout out Halo 3 ODST, 60 years old today.
Yeah. It came out like 55 years before Halo 3 came out.
I forgot it was 2009 because I remember it came with a beta for Halo Reach, like a code for the beta.
And it was they did something weird with it, like it was a disc, but it was like tied to Halo 3 somehow, I think.
Oh,
Dude, I got a Halo 3 ODST copy, and the other side of it was F1 like fighter jet game.
What the fuck?
I can't remember what it's called. It
Ace
was like
Combat?
a dual package. Yes, Ace
oh
Combat.
no way.
When I bought Halo 3 ODST, it was like one of those ones that had a game on the other
Yeah.
side, and it was Ace Combat.
Dude, I remember the one that everybody knows of, or that a lot of people have seen, is the one that came with Lego Indiana Jones.
And
And
Halo 3 ODST.
no,
Oh,
it was Kung Fu Panda, the video game, and Lego Indiana Jones were
What
like
the
a
fuck?
dual
what a
disc.
combo.
What are
What
you
a
guys
combo.
talking about? Like they came 2 discs in the pack?
No,
You
it
don't
was
remember
one
this?
disc it was like a game that had two covers.
Okay, so
Wait,
you
let me
physically
just find
flipped
it.
you physically flipped the disc over
Yeah,
and it had
so it was sold by like Xbox, so the front side would be like Halo 3 ODST. If I flipped the whole box over, it would be the cover art for Ace Combat. And then it would have both discs inside the box.
Okay, both discs are in there. There's 2 CDs
Yeah.
in there. Oh, okay, I get it. I thought they like I've literally never seen those before. That's so
funny.
weird.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of sick. Why
Very
don't they
bizarre.
do that anymore? Oh, it's because they're all digital.
Yeah. Think about how much money they would lose. Actually, the only person that kind of does that is Nintendo, but it's still $100.
Yeah, the Scarlet and Violet double pack is just $120.
Well,
Which
you
is
can-
just the game doubled the price, basically. Like, come on.
well, okay. You can, if you have their like online network for $20 a year or whatever, then you can spend $100 to buy a credit to buy
Oh,
2 games.
yeah.
Instead of spending 140 on 2 games or 120 on 2 games, it's 100. But you have to also pay $20 for the membership.
Which I actually bought the upgrade for that because I wanted to play Super Mario 64. So I
That's
spent
fun.
$50 to play Super Mario 64.
It's a brand new game.
Yeah.
Definitely couldn't have found a free
No,
That
they
would be
literally
breaking the law, Chris. That would be illegal.
And you know,
So-
No, it's legit.
you know the crazy thing is too is that like Nintendo wiped a lot of the buy game files off of the internet.
And you can't find any of them anymore.
Yeah. Do you want to spend $400 to play this game from a scalper, or
Yes, that is what
that's
you
like
want to
your
do.
only that's your only option?
And $100 on an N64.
Yeah.
I'm surprised those aren't more, to be honest.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. GameCubes are more.
Dude, Shannon has Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door on GameCube, and it's like I asked her how much it was on eBay, and she's like, I don't know, like $100.
That's the game she was just playing on Switch.
Yeah, she was playing the remastered version on the Switch, and she has it for.
And
the
she
GameCube.
owns the hard copy for GameCube.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool to own.
I know, it's
to be
sick.
honest.
It's sick, and
It's
she's
expensive, but
she played it through on GameCube as well.
the only old game I have, like Leaf Green, Emerald, Sapphire, and Platinum, like all on.
You have the originals of those still?
Yeah,
Dude, you could sell that for so much money.
yeah. Platinum is like over $100. Emerald is also over $100.
That's nuts.
But I don't want to. I like to have them. I think
No,
it's
you
cool.
should.
It's
You
cool.
should keep them,
It is
but
cool to have.
That's
those.
still sick to like be like, oh, this is $100.
I
Not
have-
only is it $100, but it's the one you got when you were a
Wait.
kid.
Uh,
There, off he goes.
I was just gonna grab it, but where it is. I also have the Pokemon TCG game
becomes-
for Game Boy Color.
What the?
They made
Yeah.
like a
They made a TCG like
they made a
role
cartridge
playing
game,
game.
for that. That's crazy.
It was like a role playing game where you were like somebody who plays the game competitively, but then in the game you played the game.
That's so weird.
That's sick. I would
Yeah.
play that.
Those are the only old games I have.
I still have it in my original Xbox and a lot of the games for it.
Like the OG Xbox.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, I have a ton of 360 games sitting somewhere. Also, a ton of Wii games.
I remember
sitting
that
somewhere,
bin,
too.
bro. That bin is legendary, full of chock full
Yeah.
of old ass games.
Dude, it's got every Wii part you could imagine and all the fucking games you could want.
So funny.
I have like 30 or 40 games in a bin. I don't even know where it's at.
Just nunchucks and Wii wheels scattered around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naturally. Imagine doing a podcast for 3 hours.
A 3-hour podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do it when we do the White Claws tier list.
I would do a 3-hour podcast.
I mean, I would
or
too,
Like,
but like
like a 100th episode special or 50 episodes or something.
Yeah.
when we're making $50,000
That'll be the
a
best
week,
of r/cars all time. But yeah, we will be making $50,000 a week.
Yeah.
And I will be
course.
driving an SVJ every day.
I don't know why, but I just pictured that you like driving into a studio through the walls in an SVJ. Like,
I throw the keys out the hole that I just made of the wall.
I chuck them out. The SVJ is pristine, by the way. Somehow
Yeah, it didn't
get
unscathed
any damage at all.
and like straight out of the car wash, sitting in the studio.
it just revs it and breaks the microphones.
Yeah, they're all hot already and they just rupture.
Are you thinking for your SVJ spec white, silver wheels, tan
No,
interior?
I think you know the
Good
spec I'm
interior.
thinking of.
Black brakes.
Oh yes,
No,
The
CJ knows the
coveted
spec I'm
spec.
thinking of.
Oh,
it's
God.
so classy.
Is it silver wheels, silver interior, and silver brakes?
Silver interior, our favorite thing in cars of all time.
Silver brake calipers, silver stitching, silver seat belts, Seat
Silver
rails are
steering wheel.
silver. Steering wheel
dashboard's silver
silver.
and reflective
Yeah.
as
The
fuck.
windows are
The
silver.
windows are silver. The engine is silver. The brake lights are silver.
The brake
It
lights
doesn't
are
get
silver.
classier
Yeah.
than that, man. I can't think of a classier spec.
Yeah, silver on silver on silver on silver.
Then maybe we should
We gotta sign
close
off.
out. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Jesus Christ.
That was the Brothers Prampcast starring myself, CJ.
Oh yeah, we didn't say anything.
We never do.
No. So we
We
Hey,
did
what's up,
one
guys?
time.
Welcome to the episode. I'm Chris. I'm here with Jonathan, John Paradise. Say what's up.
Hey, John Paradise here. Thanks for tuning
Yeah.
in.
Oh
CJ.
my god, hello.
Welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a month, and it's gonna be many more. You're stuck with us, baby.
You're gonna put that at the beginning, I assume.
No.
No. I mean this is the end of the episode.
This is it.
This is us realizing that we never introed the episode, so we're leaving.
We'll see you
and
next
introing.
week.
Hey, thanks for listening, everybody.
Peace.